Hey everyone, I'm going to do a quick run through of the New York Challenge 1600 passengers, squares on no more than 2 lines here. So I got that activated. Play the game. First week or so, of course, pretty slow, not much going on here. Just slap lines down, keep yourselves going for a little bit until things get more interesting. The trick, I should speed it up, of course. The trick with New York, really, is you can't use those squares as your hubs. So this is really about creating some hubs that are close to the squares, have good service to the squares, but don't actually connect. So let's see, we're going to run that in there. And I think I'll take the green line through there as well. Go across and down. All right, that's all our bridges. So one of the things you're going to need to collect in New York is more bridges. This will keep us going for a little bit, but ultimately we're going to need more. So no bridge option, we'll take the line instead. So what we're looking for is a way to keep essentially either a loop or a single line on Manhattan Island here in the middle that'll service the square. Eventually there'll be more than one square, and we'll decide whether we're going to use more than the red line or if we're just going to keep one main Manhattan route here. So there's another square. All right. So for now, what I'm going to do is connect this like that and like that. I've got a couple of circles back to back on this green line. I'm okay with doing that when it's bookended by triangles, especially. Bookended by a triangle and a square here is also okay, especially since there's another triangle right up the line right there. But that green line is going to be over capacity pretty soon. We got quite a few stations. That circle that just popped is definitely going to be a bit of a challenge. So I think... no bridges again. Interesting. All right. We'll take another line for now. So what we need to do now is we need a more efficient way of getting across the water. So what I'm going to do is really shorten this green line way up. I think I'm going to take it off of there. I'm going to make the red line bigger. And this green line is going to become basically a line dedicated to crossing the water. So we'll try this, and then what we'll do up here is run a blue collector line, like that. So we'll see if there's enough throughput on that green line to keep that running. The blue train might collect too many passengers for drop-offs at that triangle. We'll see. Another triangle up there. It's not ideal. I mean, triangles are generally good to have on Manhattan, but that one's just in kind of a tricky location. We got 3 circles down on this purple line. That's definitely also going to be a problem. I'll try adding this here, but I don't like the look of that too much. Still no more bridges. All right, I'm going to take a carriage now It's not my preferred option, but I don't really need another line at the moment. So let's do that. And I think we'll throw it on our central... Throw it on the central loop. Well, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another train on this loop going the opposite direction. We'll hold on to the carriage until we see what's going on here. Alright, I'm going to make one other change. So, when you have a loop that starts getting bigger, like this one of the things that you often want to do is you want to find a way... You want to find a way to basically cut the loop in half. Oh, actually, yeah, I do want to do that. So what I want to do is basically move this up like that. So now what's going to happen is as red trains are going around this loop, say they're going counterclockwise or clockwise from triangle, square, when they pick up at the teardrop thing, if there's a square passenger there or here or here, they'll start dropping square passengers off on this circle, because the green line will then shuttle them across to the other square. So we'll give that a try and see how that works. This also means that any special passengers, so for the Pentagon or the teardrop, any of those kind of passengers coming from blue can drop off here and be a little bit closer to their destinations. This situation over on the purple line is getting pretty ugly, though. We need another triangle in a much more accessible location than that. That doesn't really help us out very much. Yeah, I'm not sure if this map is going to be doable. Oh man, another circle? That's just getting out of hand. I don't know if there's anything that we can do about this. Here, we'll try this. I don't really think this is going to work, but we'll see. I will try. Well, yeah, this is pretty ugly. Well, we'll see. So, whoops. So what I'm gonna try to do here is basically this. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we'll find out. Still no bridges. Brutal. Alright, I'll take another carriage. Okay, we got 2 carriages to use here, and that purple line is gonna need them. If you have to connect a bunch of circles, or a bunch of triangles, but usually circles, all in a row, then really you've got to put carriages on that, because that missed. You need those. You need the capacity to carry all those passengers. Let's get rid of that. I dropped that carriage on there by accident. That's where I want it. And I want to move this train. Come on, train, get rolling. Sometimes they wait for each other, it's annoying. Alright, I want him in there. Alright, now the idea behind this green connector here is hopefully when the blue train's heading south, it'll pick up square passengers and drop it off at that end point. That's my idea, at least. And I think maybe I'll put it like that instead. It's probably a little bit better. Oh, a triangle. That might save our bacon. We'll see. And I gotta put the red line through the square. So let's see. So the green line also goes through squares. I wonder if we can... Oh, we still only have one bridge. If we get another bridge, we can do something here that should work a lot better. I think I'll do pink onto that. Man, this map doesn't like us. I'm going to try using the green line this way. And I'm going to use my extra range on my orange line to relieve a little congestion here. No bridges. Well, let's see how far we can get. I'll keep picking carriages for the carrying capacity that they offer. We've got extra engine now. I'm going to put the carriage on the red line, because you can see what's happening is now pink's coming in. It's dropping off square passengers at the triangle as expected. And then this clockwise running train is going to take it up to the square there. So it's getting full. Now that there's a carriage on there, we can carry more passengers. And I think I'm going to put a second train on this blue one here. See how that runs. We're going to need a bridge option pretty soon here. We're going to be out of luck. Alright, and I'm going to take this circle off of there, put it on green, and add that circle in. If we get another bridge, this blue is going to go across to that triangle, and then I can add this other circle in. But until that happens... here's the other problem. So blue's dropping off the square passengers both at this triangle and at this triangle as expected. But there's not enough capacity on the green rail to get them in, so I'm going to have to use my other engine to keep that alive for now. And I'm going to redo that guy again. So by dragging him away, he'll finish his route, drop them off, and then come back and pick up again. So there we go. Okay, we need bridges. Come on. Yes. Alright. Now we can do this. So that up to there. That is going to really help. That means the blue line won't send all of its squares through green. It'll be able to transfer some square passengers right to the red loop itself. So that makes a huge difference. So now we've got an extra engine that we just earned. We've still got the orange line. And we've got to deal with this new one here. We'll try that. I'm not sure it's going to work, but we'll try it. Okay, and then this triangle up here. It's kind of ugly. Like that. Oof, another special way out there. That's not ideal. Alright, I think the other thing I'm going to try to do is this. So now my green line is really long. That could be problematic. We'll see. And that other square up there is another problem for us. Let's see. We've used both of our new bridges. We may need to modify things a bit here. So let's do this. Whoops. So I'm going to change this around. I'm going to stop using this square and I'll start using this one for green. Now it has a better route. So now I'm going to try disconnecting the pink one from up there. That'll earn me a bridge back. I'll see if... Which way do I want to do this? I don't really want to put the two squares side by side, so that's why I changed that routing. And now we've got one more bridge. So we could try that. Or probably smarter to just run a couple of ghost lines like that. Try to keep things from getting too out of hand. Send those guys over there. And let's go out. All right. All right. So a carriage increases your capacity on the lines. We kind of need more capacity on that blue line. And the interchange also increases capacity, but in a very different way. The interchange lets the trains unload and reload practically instantaneously. So if you have one station that is a real bottleneck, the interchange can make a big difference. And I'm expecting that might be useful for us as we get deeper into this, but right now, I think our main problem is we're having troubles picking up all of the passengers that we need, especially on this blue line. So I'm going to do this. And we'll see if that makes a difference. Oops. Oh, of course, right. My instinct is to use the ghost line to relieve congestion, but I can't do that on some of these stations. Here's a line we should fix. You don't want those sharp bends. Okay, there's a new triangle. How can we use that to our advantage here? It's not really that helpful. Do that. It's a little silly. It's not the worst option though. That's probably what I'll do. And other than that, let's take a look at where our trains are and see who needs help. So this guy over here, so this green train is going to deliver one to the circle and one up to the diamond, but that one up to the diamond is just not worth waiting for. Let's bring him back, get a few more out of there. And how about our red trains? This guy's going to drop off the triangle. He's one of our clockwise guys. I think we need more he's a counterclockwise guy. We need more clockwise trains. I think clockwise is the key here. Our main problem is getting squares from here to here. So let's get all of our trains running in the right direction for that. Let's see if it helps. And I gotta clear this out here. And this guy. Alright. So if that interchange comes back, we may still want to consider that either for this triangle here or possibly for this one here. In a perfect world, we would get another line and find a way to shorten this green line up. The green line is way too long. It's one of our main ways of crossing the water here, and it's just too long. We want more trains crossing those bridges more frequently. What can I do down here to help? Let's get some of those triangles out of the way so that he doesn't pick those up. And she's gonna pick up some of the squares. Alright. What else we got? There's another triangle over here. Also not super helpful, but it's not horrible. It's kind of your opposite case. Two triangles bookended by circles, but you know, that's fine. I think this is our main problem over here. Getting these guys across. What's going on here? Here's another green tree. It's just kind of a waste. Send it like that. The station is a real mess. Oops. Let's try to get that red train to come and do another pickup. There we go. That helps. Whoa, geez, that station is really loaded. I'm just going to keep taking carriages at the moment. This guy on. Give him carriage too. Oof, that was close. Alright. Get some serious capacity on that line there. Tons of... How many trains we got on there? At least 3. I need to get some of those guys out of there. I can use my ghost line to clear oranges and stuff, so that'll help. And then there's a bunch of specials that have to get off of there. Let's send them down to there. Let's send the purple one back to pick up again. Oof. It's messy. Alright. So what's going on? The star and the water drop guys. So the water drop's up farther on red. And the star is... Oh, of course. That's. I was trying to send that purple train to pick them up, but it's not the purple train that they need to go to. It's the green train. So let's do that. It's just one. Alright. Kind of a waste. Let's get our red trains down here. Pronto. And bring those guys across. This is not running too smoothly. Alright, let's take a look and see what we might be able to change here. Part of the problem is I have not been picking lines, so my lines are too long. And this is an issue. So I need these purple trains to be picking up. I need the green train to be moving across the water more often, but I have this long green line that goes out to the star. That's not really ideal. Let's try to get to the end of this week and see if we can improve this situation a bit. All these stations up at the top of the red loop, it's kind of a waste. All of our traffic is down low. Whoops. So, what can we do about that? Not much. Not much. I'm gonna bring this train over, get him to pick up there, send some more guys across, like, actually. Make this guy come back again. Gotta solve some of these problems or we're gonna die. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Well, we made it. Kind of hacked our way through to the end there with all those ghost lines, but as I mentioned in, I think, the Berlin video, sometimes you just gotta do that. Alright, hope that was helpful. Catch you later.